What's going on, people? How you guys doing, man? This is Red Dog Extreme. I am back with another video. So, you guys dig the Mohawk, so I'm back with the video, and I'm here to do a review of what happened, especially Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, I was toggling between the wrestling game and the Patriots game, but I had DVR, so I was able to watch it backwards. But what a great butt whooping the Patriots did. That's why I'm wearing a Patriots shirt. Already Tom Brady getting this starting off. I don't know how many seasons in a row they've been starting off 1-0. That's right, 1-0, and that was just an incredible season for them so far. So I'm really proud of how the Patriots been pulling it so far. New England Patriots, baby. Keep looking high, it'll be very incredible, so I'll be thrilled about that. So hopefully my microphone doesn't slow down on me. I don't know why it's been doing that, so hope it still works. So the night did start off with Alberto Del Rio referring himself as Grace the Great and referring that's his destiny, but then Bret Hart confronts him that's not. He's totally something else. He's a false champion. He said something like that, and then John Cena also comes out and says he wants to fight Alberto Del Rio. But basically, he said he wants a match before Night of Champions. But it turned out that he shoved, he threw Ricardo Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer, under the bus and said, "Why don't you face John Cena?" And apparently, it turned out it was an arranged match with John Arias coming out. So I think that was a great promo. It was pretty great. It was great confrontation. I thought it was good. So, especially with John Cena mocking Laurinaitis, I thought he was a great actor. John Cena do something like that. It was a great impression. Alright, let's move on. Jordan and the Miz's ex-boyfriend, Alex Riley, defeated United States champion Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Basically, it was a match, but after Jack Swagger accidentally knocked Ziggler when Alex Riley shoved it to Dolph Ziggler, pulls up the victory. Dolph Ziggler was getting yelled at by Vicky. Vicky was yelling at Ziggler, and then Ziggler was trying to run, and then basically that's how it came about. So Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler had a good upper hand on Morrison and Riley, even though Morrison and Riley emerged victorious, which was so. Apparently, I think that was a great. It was just pretty great overall. I thought it was a good match. I thought Ziggler and Swagger were gonna pull off the win, but it turned out they lost, and then A-Rod and Joey was able to become victorious. So it was basically announced that Vicky was frustrated and unbelievably upset that Theodore Long was basically what is it? They were basically announcing that it's going to be a fatal four-way match between Ziggler, Morrison, the Miz's ex-boyfriend, Alex Riley, and himself, in a fatal four-way match. I don't know if I said Swagger twice, but correct me if I did. Which is going to be, I don't know how exciting this is going to be, but this is a good Night of Champions. Besides Cody Rhodes defend his titles against, every championship has to be on the line. Anyway, I was hoping that the Miz, Kofi Kingston would beat the Miz, to see how the Night of Champions will build up, to see if the Miz can emerge victorious, picking up random momentum. But that wasn't the case. The Miz does pick up the victory against Kofi Kingston, and I think that was a good match. Miz continues to improve in the ring. I think it's great. Like I said before, he's to improve in the ring. I think it's not bad. He was great in the ring, and Kofi Kingston was able to cause some unpredictability, like he was picking up momentum, but it was great overall. The Miz was able to execute a skull crushing finale, even though it looked like it was gonna be countered, or honestly gonna be countered. But yeah, it turned out that didn't happen. So apparently, the Miz, was great in the ring. So that's what I have to say. But before that happened, R-Truth and the Miz pulled off a promo. And it turned out that they switched roles of what they say. They borrowed their phrase. Miz said R-Truth's phrase. The Truth says the Miz phrase, except said it pretty sloppy. Even though they didn't say it correctly. They will say it eventually, but they're going to get it soon. They're going to get it. And with the Miz saying that Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston are going to get got. I love that phrase. They're going to got. And then said that will be awesome. Which was just great. And I was pretty surprised to see something incredible like that. Incredible promo. So yeah, Miz wins. Great match. But next match, I didn't really like this match. Jerry Lawler, Sheamus versus McGillicuddy, Otunga, and McGillicuddy versus McGillicuddy and Otunga. I gotta see McGillicuddy and Otunga start picking up the win. They're gonna lose the tag team belts. They need to pick up some momentum so they can get back in the title hunt. Like, the feud is gonna get weak if Jerry Lawler continues burying McGillicuddy and Otunga. Unfortunately, so frankly, Sheamus just basically beats. It just turned out that Sheamus just takes out McGillicuddy and Tonga, but apparently Sheamus probably did most of the work. Jerry Lawler hardly did anything, but Sheamus actually was great in the ring. He was great in the ring, but McGillicuddy and Tonga need a win. If they win, then I'll be proud for that to happen. I want to see them get back on the roll again. So, after that, we have John Cena versus Ricardo Rodriguez. Not much of a match to talk about. John Cena was just mostly in the ring, just doing all the work like Sheamus did. And unfortunately, John Cena just basically beats up Ricardo Rodriguez after so many times Ricardo tried to cower and duck out of the match and backfired. Further forces began in the ring. So, quite frankly, I really think it was wasn't really much of a waste of time. But I wish Alberto Rio was still with Brodus Clay, but Brodus Clay's on SmackDown. Alberto Rio jumped to Raw. That's how they split up. And, I wish it was Brodus Clay who was doing most of the work on John Cena to see how it would build up. So, Alberto Rio should have picked a tag team partner. Like, why couldn't he pick somebody like, I don't know, somebody like Mark Henry. Like, he could have picked Mark Henry to pick up the piece, to shatter the pieces. Because, he's also a contender, but he's probably focused on Randy Orton. Like, why couldn't he pick somebody like Mark Henry, or bring back Mason Ryan? Or somebody like, I don't know, Mark Henry. Could have picked somebody as big as Mark Henry that would just crush John Cena, and then he could, probably pick up all the pieces and just on John Cena and Night of Champions. They could have do some better momentum, but it was still a great finish because with Bret Hart, nailing the sharpshooter, but I just think it would have been different, but they probably just served it for Bret for the most part, but if it was a handicap match, then yeah, it probably would shatter the pieces on John Cena, but, it was still great. Bret Hart was still great in the ring serving the sharpshooter, but I really want to see Ricardo fight Bret Hart. That would be even better. Not John Cena doing most of the work. But it's whatever. Alright, anyway, Divas Champion Smelly Kelly versus Vicky, excuse me, Guerrero. So, U.S. Champion Dolph Ziggler and, Jack Swagger mostly got involved in the match when they were arguing, and basically that helped Kelly pick up the pieces. When Vicky was distracted, basically that shattered the pieces. Kelly was able to pick them up and was able to schoolboy arm drag Vicky Guerrero for a victory. So I really think Yeah, it's so true. So, yeah, basically found out that Kelly was. I missed that part where Beth Phoenix tried to go to the ring, attempt to level unsuspecting Kelly, but nailed her 9 anniversary before she attacked. But apparently she probably ducked out of the ring. I wish I saw that, but yeah, I missed it. But it was whatever. But yeah, I'm reading on WWE.com the results because I tried to the TV, but it was whatever. Alright, Cody Rhodes finally beats Randy Orton. I didn't want to see this match at all, and I thought Randy Orton was going to have another win, but with the aid of Mark Henry getting involved, it kind of spiced up in the match. And with Cody Rhodes getting the win, the tables turned. Instead of Randy Orton winning and Mark Henry attacking him after, Cody Rhodes picks up the win on Orton. Mark Henry attacked him after, which was just great. I finally get to see Cody Rhodes pick up the win on Raw and nail a crossroads on Orton. But I want to see Mark Henry nail the World Strikes with the referee distracted. And Cody Rhodes just pins him, but, at least he was able to. But he held him with mask. I don't see the end of the grotesque Cody Rhodes, or he's going to steal that. But I was like, man, put your mask back on, man. Now I'm starting to think, man, I should get used to this grotesque Rhodes. As Dashing was a tag team champion with Drew McIntyre, but the tag team went nowhere. But him as the Intercontinental Champion, a singles competitor, I think that would build him up. But he's continuing to get built up as he is right now. So, good for Cody Rhodes. He's getting built up as he is. Hopefully he still has some paper bags and stuff like that. Or hopefully he's not Dashing Cody Rhodes or grotesque Cody Rhodes. He's just regular Cody Rhodes. So yeah, hopefully that works out pretty well. So basically, Mark Henry attacks Orton after. This still builds up for the feud with Randy Orton and Mark Henry. Mark Henry's still on this path of destruction, and I'm glad he's on that destruction. He's just a monster, and he's just great in the ring. I actually like this just pretty well. Hugh Jackman's we guest star Monday Night Raw. That was the promo. But yeah, basically after that, we had the face-off with Orton and Triple H with the heated confrontation. I think this is going to be the biggest build-up for Night of Champions. I think it's going to be brilliant. And on top of that, yeah, so basically CM Punk strikes Triple H at the end. That's what I saw. I just saw Triple H basically get striked. But I wonder how that's going to build up for Night of Champions. Triple H is probably going to be a monster cerebral assassin in the ring and destroy Punk. I don't know. Or CM Punk would just pimp slap him, and then that's how it'll spice up the match. So I'll see how that goes. But it was just great how CM Punk was still the voice of the voiceless gimmick. And was able to, stuff you hear on YouTube from people, but CM Punk will usually speak them out. And I really think that this is a great build-up of his personality. It's going excellent. And I think finally they're bringing some resurrection in wrestling for most of the fans with CM Punk. And it's just pretty incredible. And with Triple H, hopefully Triple H still has a job. I want to see Triple H win at Night of Champions. Early prediction. Triple H needs to win Night of Champions. Keep his job, man. Or have Kevin Nash screw him out of the victory and then have the feud with Triple H and Nash continue with his regular street clothes. And then he starts confronting Nash. So I'll see how that goes from here. Then Nash gets his contract. That's how I would do it if Triple H was able to lose. Like, have the Nash and Triple H feud, build up. And then have Nash as a heel and Hunter as a face. It would be great. So, yes, that's my Monday Night Raw review. It's pretty much short and sweet. No, it was pretty long, so I know it was 14 minutes. But yeah, that's as much as I have to say. Thank you for watching this review, if you are watching this, and I'll see you later. I have to get back to studying.